Luke, how are you? And welcome to the program.
I'm not doing so well. Thank you for taking my call.
Yeah,
So my my issue is I've been trying to date and trying to get out and meet people, and I just really not had a lot of success at all. And I don't really like dating. It's something I really loathe. Whenever I do go on a date, I really loathe it. Loathe it.
you loathe
And
it.
so I've been yes, I hate it. I really hate
Okay,
it.
let me interrupt for 1 second. Now, when you talk about he hadn't been having much success, are you talking about like during the pandemic? I mean, it's hard to figure it out then, but are you talking about is this a long term issue? Is this
Yeah,
a
over years.
recently for
No, this is over
years?
years.
Okay,
Yes,
and how old are you?
37, or I'll be
37.
37 next month.
Okay, have you ever been in a any kind of serious relationship?
Yes. One for my longest one is about 2.5 years.
2.5 years, and how long ago was that?
It was about 9 years ago.
Wow, 9 years ago. Did that one come
Yes.
about as a result of dating?
Well, I wasn't a Christian then, so it wasn't a very moral relationship. And so
But how did you
once I
find
became
her?
a Christian, oh, we just I think we met at a wedding.
Met her wedding. Kind of dating. That's what dating
Yeah.
is. Okay. All right. So 9 years.
Yes.
Uh,
Well, that was
and
a
you
long.
loathe it.
I've had other dates. Yes, I love
Okay.
it.
So tell me about the loathing. That's a strong word, Luke.
Yes. I
Tell me.
just don't enjoy I don't enjoy going on dates. I typically don't relate very well to women. I don't particularly. I'm not particularly interested in what they like to talk about, and I really have been praying to God that He would give me the gift of singleness. And it hasn't
Uh,
happened yet. I still have a very strong desire for marriage, but I was hoping you can give me some practical tips. Like what are some things I can do? Maybe some exercises to desire marriage less.
okay. Well, you said you actually desire marriage, right?
Yeah, but I don't want to.
Now tell me when you. I love this. It's because you desire marriage, but you don't like talking to a woman. Am I understanding that right?
No,
So what do you?
not quite.
That's, dude, that's
It's
what you
not that I don't.
said. Come on, you got to tell me what that means. I want to be married and I want to spend the rest of my life with a woman, but I just don't like talking to women. I want to be locked up in the house with women. Tell me how this works.
No, typically I don't relate very well to women. There are a few women that I relate to
What are they
semi
like?
well, and
Why now? Why do you
they're
relate to
usually
what? They're
so they're
what?
usually the type of women who don't get along with other women.
They join you in the boys club, right? So okay,
Yeah,
so why don't you find one of them? Where do they gather?
it's just not
Oh, look,
just
will
here and
you
there. Some are
please,
married.
please, please move to LA? And I just want to be your wingman. I want to go out on these. I want to go out on these dates and watch how this works. So, what do you mean that they don't relate well to women?
Well, okay, so this is my problem. I don't relate well to women. I'm not really typically interested in the things that they want to talk about.
But like what?
And the
Like
ones
what? Like what?
television, movies, reality TV. I'm not big on social media. Just
Okay, so
I,
let me hit pause for a second. Okay, because I know one thing
mhm,
that's going on with you. You said you want some tips. Okay, I think there are
yeah,
some. I think there are some fences in your head, like you're fenced in
okay,
to a little room that doesn't look very good, right? And you're if you walk through this gate into this fence of with women, if I go and be with a woman, I got to talk about a bunch of crap I don't want to talk about, right? Because that's what
yeah,
women want to talk about. Okay, I can name. I mean, literally, some of my very best friends are women, long-term friends, deep friendships, and I don't even. I can't name one of them that we talk about reality TV shows or TV shows or anything like that. I mean, I can name a few of them that we talk about really, really technical business stuff. I can name others. We talk about deep spiritual stuff. Others we talk about the political landscape, and so I I want there's something that's happened in your experience of where you're a little limited as to what a woman is. If you go to Proverbs 31 for a moment, if you look at what it says, the really cool wife, she's buying and selling real estate. She's
Yeah.
got a textile business. She's running a complicated, it looks like, life with kids and a husband and a bunch of other stuff. She's in all these other business endeavors. And I just want you to be around some cool women. So how are we going to get you to learn that maybe women are cooler than you might know they are? Is that a
I don't
possibility?
deny that. I don't deny that they're cool. And I don't deny that there's some great, amazing women. I just haven't run into very many, and
I
I
know.
just figured it'd be easier. Yeah, it'd be
It'd be
easier, like
easier.
Paul said, to live a single life.
Well, you can do that. You can do that.
Yeah, well, that's my question: is how do I not desire marriage? How do I put that away, or what's some exercises I can do so I don't desire marriage?
One way to not desire it is to just meditate on how awful it's going to be to, to be locked up with somebody that only talks about reality TV. That'll cure your marriage right there. Oh gosh. I don't know. I don't really know. I don't know how if you're design. Okay, look. Let me put it like this. I would go the other direction. All right. Here's what I would do, because I don't think everybody's got to be married, right? In fact, I, you know, I didn't get married till well into my 30s, and I was thinking I'm just not. I don't want to get married until somebody comes along that really get is going to screw up my great life. I mean, I was really happy being single, but I kind of wanted to be married at some point, but not just to get married. It's about finding a person that you want to, to have all of married life with. And so
Right.
here's what I would want you to do. Here's the first step, I think. I want you to think about when you say you have this desire to be married. I want you to go before God and a few people that you can really talk to and dissect that and say, what is it? Why can't I just give this thing up? What is it about marriage that I think that I would want? All right. Now, I don't know that these are the answers, Luke, but it's going to be, I'll give you examples of what I'm talking about. It might be because I don't want to be alone. I don't want to be alone in the universe. All right. Great. Write that down. There are a lot of single people never experience aloneness because they built a community of really close friends. They're in a support group. They're in a group that serve together. They go serve the poor, or they have missions, or they have hobby clubs, or this, that, and the other. They've got, support system emotionally. So you don't have to have marriage to not be alone. Okay.
Yeah.
There's like a bunch of stuff like this. I want you to find out. And then you look at those things and you go, what, I can have all those needs met. I don't have to get married. And that may be the next
Yeah.
step, but I really want you to, I would love to have you in a therapy group, man. I wish I could put you in a group with some men and women and get at this, whatever it is. I want you to find out, you know, you're kind of missing half the human race here. It's got a lot of really cool things to offer. I would want you to get into some experiences and go as a as a detective, like an investigative reporter, and go put yourself in some group or situations with the curiosity of why do people like women? What is it about being around women? Why would anybody want to be? And just go study the topic experientially. Would you do that for me?
Yeah.
And then the
Yeah, I
third
don't want to give
thing,
the impression.
go
Yeah,
ahead.
I don't want to give the impression that I think women are horrible or creatures or anything. I'm not saying that at all. I just
I
I'm
don't
saying
think you're saying that at all. I just think you're saying you don't get much out of them.
no. Well, no, I just don't relate very well to them. I mean, I'm cordial. I'm a nice guy. I just we don't talk about deep like theological
Right,
issues or anything like that.
right. And so I want you to explore why, because lots of people in their life do talk about and explore great issues with women and really enjoy that. So I want you to go join it, go join a book club or something that's short term, 6 or 8 weeks, or a Bible study, or go to an alpha program where there's some women, or go to some hobby club or something, just as an experiment where they're going to talk about something besides Housewives of Beverly Hills or something, right? So where there's some realistic topic there and experiences. And then I want you to do one more thing, and I got to go. The other thing I want you to do is I want you to ask yourself: is there is there is there somewhere where you've been hurt by a woman or by women, and that kind of needs to be talked about and worked through? Because you're a cool guy, you laugh easily, I enjoy talking to you, and to not relate well around them, it might be that you've been hurt somewhere and have some women that were hard to relate to, and that needs to be healed and get in some settings where you can learn to do that. If 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 you if you if you came to me, what I would first question I would ask is, might it be better for you to see a woman therapist? That might be a good thing to do. Like, go find a woman therapist and say, okay, I don't like talking to women, so I'm going to put myself in a situation where I get to do that. Okay, Luke, you get caller of the day, man. I love. Um, uh, I just love how open you are about this. I love how you want to explore it, and I want you to go take that step. Okay, this is the Dr. Cloud Show, where we talk about all sorts of life, and Luke has shown us that sometimes we can have conflicts inside. We can want something. He says he wants marriage, but he really doesn't like the idea of talking to women. And anyway, conflicts. Sometimes we have to unravel those. We have to hear ourselves talk and say, I want this, but I don't want this. And well, we have incompatible wishes. And so what's at the source of incompatible wishes? A lot of times that keeps us stuck. And if we can unravel our incompatible wishes, oh my gosh, do universes open up? Universes open up when we get the conflict out of incompatible wishes. For example, um, I give you a good one that I've been sharing recently. I told you yesterday. I finally got my surgery scheduled, though. We're opening back up, and I'm going to be able to. I haven't been able to walk basically from almost really going on close to a year, because I had incompatible wishes. I wanted to be able to walk, and then I didn't want to go through a knee replacement. So incompatible wishes, we got to resolve those. So many times we find ourselves in a bind because we want a path, for example, of I don't want to deal with that, and we want a path that requires us to deal with that. We got to resolve that conflict.